Welcome to Fayetteville State University SCiTalk here on Bronco Television. Today we've got Dr. Sambit Bhattacharya, a professor in the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science. So how are you doing today, Dr. Bhattacharya?
I'm doing well. I just returned from a conference in San Jose.
Oh.
So I'm a little physically tired.
A little tired.
Doing well.
Yeah, traveling around. So what kind of conference was that?
This was a conference hosted by NVIDIA Corporation, who are the manufacturers of graphics processor units, which are chips that run video games, and most recently AI algorithms, artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms.
So you're big into artificial intelligence.
I am, yes.
Okay, cool. So what all, besides artificial intelligence, what all do you do here at Fayetteville State?
So I am now a full professor, and as part of my job here, I do teaching, a lot of teaching and research and services. And by services, I mean services within the university where I work on committees. And then outside the university also, I'm part of many professional organizations. As part of those duties, I actually arrange meetings and conferences.
Okay, so sounds like it keeps you pretty busy. Oh, wow. So what got you interested in computer science in the first place?
So you'd be surprised to know that what got me interested in computer science was something that I've ended up doing now. And I did other things in between when I began and when I am right now when I'm at. So I began with artificial neural networks. Okay. Back then, artificial neural networks were really small programs and we did not have much data to train them. But now it's a different day and age, and artificial neural networks have come back with a huge impact, and it's impacting every industry nowadays, and academia, of course, and how artificial intelligence is done.
For example, like Google searches?
Yes, I think Google search does incorporate some artificial intelligence in the form of neural networks, but you will find artificial neural networks in things like image searches. If you've tried an image search in Google, where you give an image, and you want to find the closest match among all these millions and billions of images on the internet, then that would be an artificial intelligence algorithm. And I'm pretty sure, although Google will not tell you specifically, but I'm pretty sure it's an artificial neural network behind that.
Interesting, interesting. Wow, wow. So what's your favorite thing about teaching here? You mentioned that part of your job is teaching. What's your favorite thing about teaching here at FSU?
There are a few reasons. I think the diversity of the student body. I meet students with different backgrounds, which is amazing. I learn about them, and I learn about how they learn, which is very important for me because I'm very curious about how to optimize student learning, in the sense that I have these classes which are full of students with different backgrounds. I sometimes think of this as an engineering problem. In engineering, you try to optimize. Given many inputs, you try to reach that ideal place where you have optimized certain metrics or things that you want to observe, and you want to maximize the benefits of certain things. Here I want to maximize the benefit for my students, which is learning how much they have learned, and I see that as a challenge and an opportunity to address students with different backgrounds and very diverse backgrounds, really. So that is amazing for me.
How to basically best serve the students.
That's right, that's right. But I think of it as an engineering problem sometimes, although it's really a human engineering problem.
It is, yeah. Well, I have the same experience, yeah. Wow,
And may I add that my colleagues, who are very, very friendly, supportive, and very understanding people, really. So my colleagues was one of the reasons that I love teaching here.
Okay. Okay. Well, you've gotten a lot of grants. What kind of research do you do?
Right now, my research is machine learning, which is part of artificial intelligence, which has recently emerged as the most important, perhaps, part of artificial intelligence. Previously, it used to be computer vision, which is how to train machines to understand visual scenery. And I used to apply that to some domains like medical imaging and microscopy. And from there, I shifted to robotics. And robotics has still remained my interest, although now I'm looking at machine learning software which can make robots behave in certain ways. and not just robots, of course, but software programs in general. Software programs that control robots, definitely, but can control literally any type of objects, or can just be about data, understanding data, such as any kind of data. You can think about data that is acquired through cameras, which is visual scenery,
right.
then textual data, natural language data, let's say data that you can crawl from the web. With automated programs, you can download data, and then you want to draw some inferences from that data. For example, to give you a very common example, companies that track customer reviews, which can number from 1,000 to million, or maybe nowadays multiple millions of reviews on the same product.
Okay.
If you take a product on Amazon, then companies want to track that data, understand what customers are saying about that product. And this is called sentiment analysis. So the reviews are, of course, written in natural language, and that could use things like irony, sarcasm, all kinds of different linguistic tools.
Yes, very much so.
How can a machine understand that, which is so natural for a human being? How can a machine understand that?
That is a
That's
challenge.
a very difficult thing to do, but we are getting there. In artificial intelligence community, we're getting there. So my field of interest is machine learning, which in abstractly put is understanding or drawing inferences from data. And the data could be of different types, as I mentioned. And right now it is robotics. If you look at my domains, my domains of interest, robotics and computer vision.
Okay.
In the sense of machine learning.
Okay, so helping machines learn how to do things better.
Absolutely, learn how to do things better. But the first step being understanding. So how can we have them understand the data first and then do things with the data? Basically, that's what.
Wow.
Well, the doing part is I'm not that much involved in, but the understanding.
The
part,
understanding part.
Yes.
The understanding part. Right. Right. Okay. So if a student's interested in computers, I mean, again, I would have a hard time imagining many high school students go, I want to build neural networks. But if they have an interest in computers, why should they come here to FSU?
There are, again, few reasons I can think of. One of them is low class sizes. So you can get a lot of attention from your instructor. The instructors are very accessible people. And we have content which is being constantly revised with, in mind, industry standards, how students can, after they graduate, get better jobs. And
Okay.
So content which is relevant to industry and, of course, for research, how the field is progressing in general. So we are ABET accredited, which is the ABET being short for Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology.
Okay.
So ABET is this nationwide, actually worldwide organization that accredits engineering and computer science programs. And we are ABET accredited. And that means we are delivering curriculum which has a certain, to put it, informally, meets certain standards in the field.
Right.
So if you're looking for a good education in computer science, we are meeting those standards. And plus, we have small class sizes where instructors can give you attention.
And they get to have you as a teacher.
Personalized. Well, you added that part.
Of course, yes, very much so. Okay, interesting. So you got small class sizes now. You talked about research. Are undergraduate students here involved in some research programs?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have. Let me give you a rough count. I have about 20 students right now I'm mentoring in research, and they are doing research in different projects. And most of these projects, for most of these research projects, they are paid with stipends, so they also get some money for doing the research.
Wow.
And they do really quite interesting projects. So I can give you some examples.
Yeah.
And one of them is the CSAM project. CSAM stands for Carolina Self-Aware Manufacturing. The idea is to apply artificial intelligence to manufacturing, how we can improve manufacturing, make it more efficient with the application of artificial intelligence and machine learning, which are my core areas. We are partnering with faculty and labs from UNC Charlotte and NC State University. I'm the person from Fayetteville State University. From UNC Charlotte, you have mechanical engineers, and from NCSU, you have faculty from the Poole College of Management. So this is the partnership. And from our side,
Wow.
I have 4 students joining me in the research. So they do tasks on a bi-weekly basis, so I set them tasks. And this is really about hands-on machine learning applied to manufacturing.
Wow, so you've got students can come here, have small class sizes, get to participate in undergraduate research, which is not all that common,
Absolutely.
and get paid for it.
Absolutely.
Why not come here? That is so amazing. So in light of, there's a lot of news about technology out there. What news factor of technology really intrigues you or gets your interest? What do you think is the most interesting thing you've heard recently?
I can quote several.
I
several,
would imagine, yeah.
about 20 or so. But
pick one.
Let me pick one. Let me pick one. I was just telling you about how machines can be trained to understand the data. And data can come in various forms, such as image data, video data, and natural language data. So you can download a file and ask a machine to read that file and give you let's say, the summary of it. Now, that kind of a task would be called natural language understanding, or NLU. That's a
Okay.
technical term for it in the computer science artificial intelligence community. So it's a part of artificial intelligence. And this area itself has made tremendous progress recently due to artificial neural networks again.
Okay.
So has the computer vision side, which is understanding scenery captured in the form of images and video. So coming back to NLU, there has been a very important and striking progress recently. That came from an organization called OpenAI, and you can actually Google search it. I think the URL is openai.org, and they are a nonprofit organization. They're not really linked to a company, but they're a collection of researchers that do research in AI areas. And one of the news items about them recently was that they have developed an algorithm which can write an essay about a topic. So you give it an essay, and here we're talking about a machine, no human interference. The human gives it a topic, and the machine can write an essay about the topic because it has read the web. Let's say literally read the web, because it has read articles on the web, and it can use bits and pieces of those articles to put together an essay all of its own. And if you run it through let's say, a plagiarism detector, I don't think you will find much, because it's coming up with unique sentences.
I wish I had that for a term paper when
I
I was in college.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
Sounds dangerous,
It sounds
actually.
dangerous. In fact, you mentioned the right word for it, because you know what? The OpenAI folks wanted to make it available. They have withdrawn it from the public domain. It is because, and you can read that news article, it is because they think it's dangerous. It can produce fake news.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yes.
That is scary. I mean,
And I know, there's
particularly in today's environment. Oh my goodness.
that's
Wow.
what we're talking about.
So machine learning has gotten to that level.
It has made huge strides. But let me also qualify my statements by saying that I don't think it is able to produce essays almost on any arbitrary topic. I think it's still a limited set. Okay. But I think the data, of course, has to be there on the internet for it to collect all the bits and pieces and put it together in a comprehensible form. And by the way, may I say that it produces grammatically accurate sentences which have meaning, context, everything very well done, so that as a human reader, when you read it, for you it will be difficult to figure out that it was written by a machine.
Wow.
And they put it through tests, and they
Wow.
showed that that actually works. Human readers cannot figure out that it was written by a machine if they're not told.
So better than a million monkeys at typewriters.
It's incredible, yes. It has.
That is astonishing. That is astonishing. Wow. So one of the other things, you mentioned robotics earlier. One of the things that intrigues me, at least, is the department has got a number of robots. Now, are those available as learning tools to the undergraduate students?
Absolutely. Currently we have lab spaces for the robotics activities, and we have robots of different kinds. We have wheeled robots, which are, they of course run on wheels,
right.
And they have a wide range of sensors. We have robots from NASA, which are called swarmies because they're used in this competition called the Swarmathon competition, which is about swarm robotics. A quick definition of swarm robotics is really multiple robots acting or cooperating with each other to perform a task. Let's say collecting garbage in a room and delivering the garbage to a trash can. So imagine if you had multiple small robots instead of one doing these tasks collectively.
My room would be clean. Again, I go back to I wish I had that when I was in high school.
So that is one example, the swarmies. And then
Okay.
we have humanoid robots. These are very cute robots. And these are very articulate, which means you can program them to dance. So we have a Tai Chi dance demonstration, the Tai Chi dance which these robots can actually do,
Oh my.
along with the Tai Chi music.
Oh, that is so funny. That is hilarious. So,
And then we also
students get to play with them.
The students get to play with them, and the whole objective is for them to learn through playing, which is they program these robot behaviors. For this, they have to go through many engineering steps, which are a collection of algorithms. So they have to put these algorithms together to make them work together to achieve let's say, a big and a spectacular effect, like a robot dancing, or a robot recognizing your face and knowing that it's you versus me and calling you out by name. And that is also, by the way, possible by these robots because they have cameras in their head and they can look at you, look at the scenery, and find out a face. And if the face matches with a face in their database and they know what the name of that person is, it'll speak out. So it is like Alexa.
Wow.
It is like, I'm sure you know what Alexa
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It's Alexa within a robot which can move and talk like a human being.
That
these are
is
called now
fascinating.
robots.
That is fascinating. So the future is here.
I know.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, and I think that students who come here will have a lot of opportunities to
think
learn
so.
some amazing things and enjoy themselves along the way.
They will have tremendous fun learning.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, that sort of wraps it up here. Thanks for watching Bronco Television and Fayetteville State University SCiTalk.
Thank you.